What's going on, guys? Just made a quick video today. I am going to work on my rear bumper. I've been wanting to cut and try to make it a little bit lighter than what it normally is. So I've had a couple ideas of what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna get started on those today. This is what a rear CRX bumper support looks like. Essentially, the only parts that are used are these mount to the body itself, these two bolts and nuts there, and along the top is what holds the top of the bumper, and you have a couple of those screws that have like the M6x1 thread pitch. What I want to do is essentially get rid of this piece, cut it here, remove this, cut here, cut there. I'm just going to remove all the excess bottom pieces along with this piece also. This piece attaches to the bottom of the bumper. I think doing that will cut a decent amount of weight from the rear end. Might not be a bunch, but this car's already gutted and we're just trying to get rid of anything that's unnecessary or that I just don't want. My bumper is a little beat up already. It's bent in here, it's been burnt from the muffler. Those two bottom mounting points, one is right here, the other one is there. I think I'm going to cut those off. I wanted to cut the rear bumper. I don't think I'm going to cut the entire black area. I think I'm going to just do it right here. I'm going to measure this up, go to here and go to the black line, go all the way across, and then measure from the corner and try to do the same, just like at an angle, and then that way it meets up. And then for the area on the bumper, you guys have seen those rear diffusers. I've always liked them. I like the rear long one. Obviously it's not going to work on this. It's made for like an EG or something that has the plate mounted on the hatch. What I want to do, you guys have seen it, there's little ones they make that have 3 holes. It looks kind of small. I don't necessarily care for the way it looks. It just doesn't look like it fits the bumper. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut flat, flat. I think that'll be cool because it'll fit right here, flat up against the bumper, and I'll have these 4 holes which essentially fill up the whole side of that side. And then over here too, it'll fill up that side. I think it'll look cool because it'll be like flat here, which matches the bumper. I don't know, it's just an idea I had in my head, so that's why I picked up this longer one. And I think it'll look pretty cool hopefully when I'm done. Now I don't know if I will. My intention is to paint it black. I don't think I'll have time today. I think I'm just gonna leave the brushed aluminum look. It looks pretty cool like that. And just get this removed and worked on. So let's go ahead and get started. Just because I'm curious, this weighs 24.4 pounds for digging around with it. Alright guys, and here it is, completely finished, and the hardware put on, the diffuser is bolted up. The last clip you saw me painting it, it's a day later. Wanted to let the paint completely and fully cure, and it came out pretty solid. I just used some Rust-Oleum semi-gloss black, and that did the trick. I like how it looks pretty cool. I think on the car it's going to look pretty tight as well. I painted the support brace behind it. I just wanted to look a little cleaner when it's on the car. I'm not sure what I want to do here now. It's dirty. Is that just dirty? Maybe I'm just going to spray it down and clean up a little bit really quickly just with some brushes and water. I'm going to leave it yellow though. If I repaint the car, I'll probably just get that repainted, of course, at the same time. Have all the panels removed so it looks cleaner, but I think it'll still look okay in there. I'm not going to paint that yet, but let's put it on the scale. Let's flip it over now. So we got 0 pounds there. Let's see how much this weighs. So the new bumper, well, the new cut bumper weighs 13.8, down from 24.6. So 14.6, that's 10.8 pounds savings. Now it's not substantial. It's not the biggest amount in the world, but it is some. You know, every little bit counts when you're messing around with a track car that doesn't make a lot of power to begin with. Every little bit can count towards the overall goal. And would I do this for like a daily? Absolutely not. This is a track car. I just wanted to see how it came out. I actually have a spare bumper and I have a spare support beam already, and I'm going to keep those. They're actually in better shape than this bumper was, like with no damage here or anywhere else. When I paint the car, I'm going to paint that bumper as well. So I have a stock bumper and now I have my modified bumper. So one of the main reasons I didn't mind cutting and modifying this. I'm going to throw it on the car and we'll get you a final look at my bumper cutout. And here it is, the bumper put back on the car. Came out pretty sweet. I like the way it looks. It complements side skirts and the front splitter I put on there. Relatively easy job. Did it over the course of a couple nights just because I needed to let the paint dry and I wanted to cure for the diffuser itself. Came with the hardware, which is nice. It actually is really solid looking hardware with the nuts and the bolts that are the hex head sockets. So reusable, which is cool if I ever need to remove them and paint another color or paint the bumper and then paint the car, whatever it may be. You can remove them instead of having some that are riveted on there and you're just kind of shit out of luck and have to go grind off the heads on the back. But I think it was a good call painting the brace behind there. It looks a lot nicer being gloss black. Now that this is removed and you can see in there the portions of the car that are still dirty and yellow and some fading, I think it looks pretty ugly, honestly. Like how it's, I think this is black from the factory, just so when you're looking under the car it kind of blends in. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I might just go ahead and repaint the whole rear section black just so it looks more simple, doesn't stick out. Or maybe I'll get some of the paint, like the perfect match, and paint it yellow. I wouldn't mind it just being refreshed under there because I want to repaint the car. I don't know if I'll repaint it. I keep telling myself it'd be cool to do it Y49, but I kind of want to lean towards something different, so who knows. But I dig it. And the other thing that's really neat, I was searching up some diffuser installs just recently, and you guys may follow him, Deadbeat Garage. Bravis, really, I kind of just completely bit his style. I didn't watch the video. He did the video like 4 or 5 years ago on his hatch, on khaki, where his looks exactly the same. He even cut it the same, and I just watched the video the other night and I was like, wow, I just essentially did the exact same thing he did. Granted, his diffuser was actually 2 pieces from the beginning. I didn't find anything that was shaped like this. That's why I did the single and cut it. But I have essentially the exact same setup that he did on his car. But I love it. I think it looks badass. If I decide I want to cut the remainder of the bumper off, I can. But I dig how it looks. I don't think that little portion is going to make the biggest difference. And it seems like everyone always has just a full cut bumper. That's the reason I wanted to just try this. And my intention is to eventually have the exhaust right over here. I'd like to remove all that additional piping and just have the exhaust come out on this side so it looks symmetrical. That's why I wanted the bumper to look symmetrical still, but hope you guys dig it. Maybe catch some ideas for yourself, something you want to do, but this is what I had been wanting to do for this car. My track car, my only track car now, but it's been a lot of fun. This CRX has come a long way. I never thought I was going to be working on it this long and the mods I've done to it, but it is such an enjoyable car to drive, and I'd like to continue moving forward. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content so far. Thanks for watching today, guys. We'll see you next time.